You've been learning Spanish long enough that you're not a beginner anymore, but you're still not comfortable in real conversations. You understand more than you can speak, and that gap, that's the most frustrating place to be. Here's what it looks like. You're mid-conversation in Spanish. You miss one word, and your brain just stops. They keep talking, but you're still stuck on that one word. And when it's your turn to speak, you freeze. If that sounds familiar, you're not bad at Spanish. You've just been training the wrong skill. And until you fix that, and until you fix that, more studying won't change anything. Let me show you why.
My Daily Spanish.
The listening trap. Here's what happens every time you have a conversation. Someone says a sentence with 20 words. You don't understand word number 5. And your brain goes, wait, what was that? Now you're not listening anymore. You are replaying word number 5 like it's a crime scene. Meanwhile, they're already on word number 18. Miss one word, panic, try harder, get more lost. That's the domino effect. Here's the mindset shift. Stop trying to catch every word. Listen for the big picture. Natives don't always get 100% either. They just keep going. Context fills the gaps. Let it. Why listening practice doesn't fix speaking. Okay, so let's say you relax. You survive the listening part. Then it's your turn to speak, and you freeze again. Why? Because most intermediate learners spend years learning to understand Spanish, but almost no time training their brain to respond quickly in Spanish. Your routine probably looks like this: apps, podcasts, YouTube, Netflix, and your listening is getting better. That feels good. But speaking? Still terrifying. Here's the real reason. You've built a huge library in your brain. You recognize words beautifully. But speaking isn't recognition. Speaking is retrieval under pressure. That's a completely different muscle. This is the biggest lie in language learning. If I just listen more, speaking will eventually come. It won't. Listening makes you better at listening. That's it. That's why you can watch Spanish for years and still freeze when someone says, ¿Qué tal va todo? And you have to respond like a human, not like a textbook. What actually works? So what fixes this? 3 things. 1. Structure speaking practice. Not random chit-chat where you die after 30 seconds. Specific prompts, specific goals. Repeating the same skill until it's automatic. 2. Immediate feedback. Because practice without feedback is just confidently repeating your mistakes. That's how errors get locked in forever. 3. Measurable progress. If you can't see improvement, you stop. And you stay stuck in the studying Spanish on and off cycle forever. This is exactly what we built the Spanish Language Accelerator for. It's a premium coaching program for intermediate learners who are done studying and ready to actually speak. We take you from I freeze every time to holding real conversations. With structure, with feedback, and with proof you're improving. If you're intermediate and ready to put in the work, the link is in the description. Go check it out. Track the right metrics. One last thing before you go. Most people track the wrong metric. Stop tracking study hours. Start tracking retrieval capacity. For example, last month, I could speak for 30 seconds before my brain shut down. And today, I explained my job in Spanish for 2 minutes without switching to English. Yay! That is real progress. And visible progress is the only thing that keeps you going. So here's the shift. Let go of perfection when you listen. Train retrieval when you speak. You don't have a Spanish problem. You have a training problem. Now, what's your biggest freeze problem? Drop it in the comments. And if you want another video that will help you stop freezing, go watch this one next. How to improve your Spanish listening to hold real conversations. Because the faster your ear gets, the calmer your brain gets. See you there!